Ameer, what's this opportunity like for you to represent the Magic and be the team's summer league head coach this season?
Oh man, I can't overstate it. I'm really grateful to Coach Mose, to Jeff. Like I said, Coach Mose to me is like one of the best culture setters in sports, and so I view my job as like how much of that can I instill here in these 2 weeks, and so far really awesome how the team has responded. But yeah, just really excited and ready to get out there.
What have you learned about Jase and Noah through these first few summer league practices?
Yeah, it's been a short time, but the amount that they've picked up in such a short time, their willingness to learn, how coachable they are. Both of them are doing exactly what we've asked to a T, and it's just been awesome to see them the first couple of days. I think it'll take them a long way.
What's the biggest thing you're looking for from guys during summer league?
Yeah, like I said, we're trying to carry over our style of play from the Magic, right? We talk to these guys about being the most physical team, being relentless, right? Our style of play that we show on the court, and how much of that can we accomplish in 2 weeks. So defensively, it's physicality, it's relentlessness. Offensively, we're asking these guys to play fast and be unselfish, and so far, it's been there.
How valuable has it been to have more veteran voices? Maybe not veterans, but Tristan, the second-year player. Ethan was with the team for part of last year. How valuable have their voices been as they try to get their work in for the summer league and help bring along the younger guys?
It's been incredibly valuable. Like, those guys have been around here; they know exactly what we expect, and I've been really impressed with how vocal they've been and helping to kind of guide some of the younger guys along the way. So it's invaluable because they know exactly what we need from them, and so their ability to relay that is great.
What do you want to see from Tristan? Obviously, second-year guy, played some meaningful minutes last year. What do you want to see from him in this second go-around in summer?
We just want him to be aggressive, right? He's very versatile on both ends of the floor, and so the main thing we keep telling him is be aggressive and just continue to attack, and so that's what we're looking for.
Jase mentioned he's a little banged up. What is he dealing with, and what are your expectations for his status just next week or so?
Yeah, he's just had a little sore ankle, but progressing well from what we've seen, and he's able to do more stuff today, and so not too worried about it.
We hear so much about Jase as a shooter, but what else has stood out to you in practice about him as a player?
To me, it's just like how cerebral he's been so far. Like I said, whether he's been into the reps, out of the reps, his ability to retain, his willingness to already communicate with the guys on his team and put them in the right spots and get them organized, to me has been really impressive, and get testament to how well coached he was in college, but just need him to carry it over.
Outside of the rookies, is there a player or two that Magic fans should know a little bit more about going into summer league?
We're really excited about a lot of these guys. I think you guys will see when kind of like that second unit steps out, there's a lot of guys that have been playing at a high level, whether it's at the NBA, whether it's G League, whether it's overseas. So I think a lot of those guys are going to be able to contribute, and I think Magic fans should be excited about watching all of them.
All right, Coach AB.
Thank you, guys.
You talked about how surreal it was. It just started to set in that you're in the NBA when you start putting on a jersey and start doing drills. How much more real does it feel for you now?
Still doesn't feel real, honestly. Just going through all the practices, being here with the guys, getting accustomed to it, and, it's amazing. Still doesn't feel real. I think once we play our first summer league game, it's really going to start feeling real.
What have these practices been like for you?
It's been kind of slow. I'm just trying to get back on the court. Just a couple things here and there, some ball movement, some shots, getting up and down, and then getting to the 5-on-5.
What do you want to kind of? You're obviously kind of getting your feet wet in NBA circles, but what do you want to kind of showcase or work on as you look ahead to training camp through the summer league?
Definitely physicality. I think the league's super physical, as you're seeing in the playoffs. So, just building up that muscle, getting stronger every day, and just working on my body.
How excited are you to get to the summer league and play in, more or less a real game against other players?
I'm super excited. Going into those, it's something you always want to play in. And then for me, I lived in Vegas, so I know a lot of people that are going to be there. So it's going to be a super exciting feeling.
You come into this with Noah. What has stood out to you about him since seeing him on the court?
I think his defense. He's really defensive. He's picking up 94 feet, super physical, and he can guard 4 positions. So I think that's one thing that's kind of stood out to me about him is just how hard he plays defensively.
Can you talk about having a chip on your shoulder? You talked about after the draft, needing to prove yourself a little bit. Can you just talk about that dynamic as you enter, summer league here?
Oh, definitely. Being a smaller guard in the NBA, you always kind of have that chip on your shoulder. People are going to try to pick on you defensively. So, just coming out, playing as hard as I can defensively, offensively, just trying to make everybody better.
Physically, you think you'll be able to go 100% in summer league?
Yeah, definitely. I think just working on my body with the recovery team has been really good. So, definitely.
Is there anybody out in summer league you're looking forward to playing against or battling here in the next couple weeks?
I think we got the Nets, Danny Wolf. We worked out together with CAA, so that's going to be super exciting. Him and Drake Powell, we were all in the same workout group. So I think that's kind of one game I'm kind of circling right now.
Boom. Pretty good.
Is that good level?
Yeah. Sure. No, as it starts to set in that this is real, you know, you're in the NBA, as you put the jersey on, get a few practices on your belt, how much has that reality started to set in that you're in the NBA?
So I signed my contract. So now this make it official. So it's I mean, getting in the gym every day is something that I've done for my whole career now. But just being around NBA guys, I've seen Tyus Jones this morning, Jonathan Isaac. Those are guys that I used to watch on TV, and now I'm practicing with them. So it's just starting to kick in a little bit. It's great.
What are you hoping to get out of this summer league?
So what?
What are you hoping to get out of summer league showcase? Maybe showcase something, or when you enter the games and whatnot. What do you want to show?
I just say experience the NBA basketball, because I know it's really different from European basketball. So just having the right habits, see how the game is officiated, the new rules, stuff like that. Just starting to learn a little bit more about the game, and after just do me.
And Jase has been kind of in and out of drills, and so far in these practices. What have you learned about playing alongside him, playing with him?
I watched him play at Michigan State, so I know how he plays. And after, it's not like he's not here. I mean, he's with us. We get the occasion to talk when the drills are done. He sometimes get on the floor with us. He in the gym with us when we're practicing. So it's just that we are not passing him the ball when we are playing, but he's still here. So it feels good to learn about your new teammates.
He's just a second-year player, but how helpful is it to have a guy like Tristan da Silva and maybe a quote-unquote veteran voice around?
It's cool. It's super cool because every time he's really accessible. You can ask him any question, and on top of that, even if you don't ask him, he's gonna naturally come and talk to you. So it's cool, and even he got the right habits already. He been in the league for a year now, so you can just sit back and watch him do the same thing.
How excited are you to get out to Vegas and just play meaningful 5-on-5 games against other NBA guys?
I mean, playing basketball is always fun to me. That's a game I really enjoy playing. So being able to be at that level of competition is just super cool.
Are there any players or former teammates?
Sorry.
Are there any players or former teammates that you're talking with that are on other teams that you're looking forward to linking up with out there competing against them?
Yeah, I mean, I know all of the French guys that are in my generation. So Bakom Dadje, Salin, Mojawara, he's not an NBA player, but he will be in the summer league. Alex R, all of those guys I just wish that I can play against, and I'm gonna see them in Vegas. So it's great to be able to I don't know how to say it, but find us back after all those years, because we used to play against each other, with each other. So now we're just everybody's just on the NBA court playing against each other is super fun.
Yeah, we're good. Tristan, how's it feel to be back out with some of the rookies, young guys out here practicing for summer league?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's kind of a deja vu. Feels really good though. Getting up and down, seeing the gym packed again. Have enough people to play 5-on-5 finally full court, and getting to know everybody and getting better every day.
How much have you grown since this time last year? You kind of reminisce on when you were a rookie now.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot of experiences that you take in over a whole season, especially the amount of games that I've played, the amount of minutes that I've played. So it feels a lot different, and I'm just super excited.
With that experience, what are you hoping to get out of this summer league?
Just showcase what I've been working on. Kind of play free out there, have fun, and be successful.
You've seen how obviously the focus is on summer league. You've seen how this team has changed as you look ahead to the fall. What has that been like to watch did the team change and shift a little bit, and how much excitement is there for what this team can do?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's kind of sad to see people go that you've made strong connections with and have bonds with. But I'll see them on the other side, so it's not like they're out of this world. And I'm super excited for the guys that came in. Got to talk to some of them a little bit already. And then it's good to see everybody kind of come back a little bit, trickling back into the facility and having new names up, new logo, new everything. So it's a lot of firsts next year too.
What are your early impressions of Jase and Noah?
Fun guys to be around for sure, and competitors. Jay so far hasn't been playing, hasn't been able to play as much, but the voice that he brings at this age, coming straight out of college, and how vocal he is, it says a lot about his character and a lot about his mentality, the type of player he is, and Noah is the ultimate competitor. You see it when he plays with a high motor, super competitive, and it's fun to play with those guys.
You're just a little banged up. No, he's not playing.
You can ask him later. Yeah.
Where do you think you need to grow most as a player, Tristan, after 1 year under your belt?
I mean, I feel like in basketball, there's never a complete stage. So there's a lot of areas in my game that I still want to grow in, and just being comfortable playing that role that I want to be in, and kind of gelling with everybody together to stay out there on the court.
What do you want to kind of focus on in the summer league? You're coming in with that level of experience, that layer of experience. What do you want to focus on and kind of showcase or test out in a 5-on-5 setting?
Yeah, being more vocal. Taking a step up from what I've done so far, and that's offensively and especially defensively. I feel like that's areas where I got to grow. So I'm excited, and I think it'll be a good time.